tonight's meal. So I'm cooking mini roast potatoes, bacon and cauliflower cheese. Let's have a look at the mini roasties. They've been on for about 10 minutes now. They're looking good. Show you there, looking nice. So we're going to need a little bit of a turn. This meal is great. It takes about half an hour to make from scratch. Super easy, super quick and very tasty. Okay, so we're going to put them on for another 10 minutes. Whilst they're cooking, I'm going to boil some water for the cauliflower. And we'll get that prepped now. Pan prepped. So I'm going to use all of the cauliflower tonight. It's only for 2 people this, so if there is any left over, then it would be good to use that for another meal. Just start by taking the leaves off like that. So we've got a cauliflower. So what I cut off for tonight's meal, I'm going to give a rinse on the tap. Need a little bit more than that. Take that. Yeah, give that a rinse under the tap. That is a pan ready to go on the hob. The rest of the cauliflower I'm going to put in the fridge. I'm not going to cut it up because I think it stays better longer when it's all together like that. You know, your broccoli and your cauliflower seems to keep better when it's all together rather than cut up into little pieces. I think it's the way that the veg gets its nutrients from the stems there, something to do with that. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to pop this in the fridge and we'll have that for another meal later this week. Okay, so we've got a few things going on happening at the moment. We've got roast potatoes cooking. We've got the water boiling for the cauliflower. So the next stage is to get the bacon going in the frying pan. So I'm going to put that up to 4 on my hob. Put a little drizzle of olive oil in there. I said in the previous video, just using smoked back bacon, the cheap stuff from the supermarket. We get ours from Morrison's or the Co-op. And this is the stuff we like. It lasts for quite a long time in the fridge. You know, this is best before 10th of September. It's on the 28th today. So once you open it, it will keep for about a week in the fridge, which is really good, you know. I'm making a pig's ear of this. I don't normally make a pig's ear of opening the bacon. It's just been a bit awkward tonight. I don't know why. It's probably because I'm live on camera. It's being awkward. Okay, so these bacon rashers will shrink. They have a lot of water in them. So I'm going to put 3 each in the pan. This is for 2 people. I might even do an extra one for Errol. These will really shrink down a lot, you know. It looks like a lot at the moment when I'm putting it in the frying pan, but you'll be surprised at how quickly they shrink down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Put the rest in the fridge. Now you can get smoked back bacon from the local butchers and it's delicious. They generally cut it thicker. And it's more expensive. But I like this thin stuff. I like it. So the next stage is we're going to make a cheese sauce. We're just going to get things ready for the cheese sauce. So I've got some of this Orkney cheddar, which we got from Morrison's. Coloured mature cheddar. It's delicious. I don't know if you can get this in your shop, but really recommend it. Okay. I'm going to use my scissors to open it. So much easier than just using scissors. And then I'm going to grate enough for a small cheese sauce, because there's only 2 of us. So as I've gotten older, I've learned how to do better amounts. You know, I used to do loads of huge amounts of food that we didn't need. And now I've learned how to just use what we need, you know, with food. I think a lot of people probably have, given that food prices have really risen this past 5 years in particular. Food prices have just shot up for everything. And I understand that a lot of it is to do with energy costs and things. So you think about how much it costs these food producers to make this block of cheese. It's going to be a lot more than it was 5 years ago. So of course, us consumers, that gets passed on to us. You know, we have to pay more for our food now. So it really matters how you use it. You know, like it really matters now. So I've grated just under half of that block of cheese. I'll show you how much is in there. It's a reasonable amount. You could maybe put a little bit more in there, but I'm quite happy with that. Maybe a little bit more, but not much more. Now some people, they add, if they've only got a bit of cheese, they might add a bit of mustard in with their cheese sauce to add to the flavour. That's a trick you can do. But that'll be plenty there. Put that back in the packet. So keep it nice so it's nice and airtight, so no air's getting that. We use that for other meals through the week, or sandwiches, whatever. So let's have a look. Bacon. The bacon's coming along nice. It's getting up to temperature now. To make a cheese sauce, I'm going to use corn flour. There are other ways you can make cheese sauce, you know, just using flour and butter and milk. But I like to do it this way with corn flour and milk. It's really easy as well. It's just so easy to make it with corn flour. Okay, wash my hands. When that bacon starts to cook, the smell, it just hits your nostrils, you know, it's great. Okay, I might give the potatoes a little sugar now. See how they're doing? Oh yes, they are looking great. And they're looking really good. Whoops, I made it go pink. Didn't do that. Put it back on. Alright, so we're going to put the cauliflower on the hob now. I'm going to put the hob up to 6 because I forgot about that. The cauliflower takes about 8 to 10 minutes maybe. It takes a decent amount of time. So I'll put a little lid on that. Just to speed up the cooking. Give this bacon a little turn. You can really see the steam rising off the pan. That's all the water that's in the bacon just cooking off now. Right, I'm going to get the milk out for the cheese sauce. I'm going to show you what I do to get the cheese sauce going. Obviously you need a wooden spoon. I'm going to bring you in closer for this actually, because I think this is quite important that you can see what I'm doing with the cheese sauce here, okay? Right, so we have our bowl. What we're going to do first is we're going to add a tablespoon, a generous tablespoon of corn flour into the bowl. About that much. So roll there. I think that will be enough for the thickness of the sauce that I want to make this evening. If I was making a bigger cheese sauce, I would put more corn flour in. Okay. Now we take the milk and we put a small amount in there, just a small amount, so that we can stir it into a paste. I'm going to make this into a paste. Okay. It's cold at the moment, doesn't matter what we're doing, we're just going to stir it in so there's no lumps. Okay. Now we're going to take the milk, and probably good to measure this out so we know roughly how much it is, because I think it's about a cup of milk that I want to use for this. Yeah, so let's just go with that for now. So I've got a cup of milk, and I'm going to pour that into the pot, into the pan on the hob. And when you heat milk, you don't want to do it too hot, but I'm going to put it up to 5. You can keep it close on it. We don't want this milk to get too warm at the moment. We just want to bring it up to a good heat, but we don't want to boil it. We certainly don't want to boil it, okay? We're just bringing the milk up to a good temperature so it's nice and warm, so between warm and hot. Because of course milk heats differently to water. Water boils at like 100 degrees. Milk is different. The way it heats is different. And if you overcook milk, if you get it too hot, it's not very nice, you know. So you've got to treat it gentle. Okay, so we're just gonna bring that heat up a little bit. The milk's not warm enough yet, I don't think. Just give this another little stir. The corn flour with a little drizzle of milk that we did have in. Now that bacon is just taken off now. It's got rid of the water. You can see it. It's changed. It's shrunk a little bit. It's starting to smell nice now. The smells are starting to come up. I'm just going to flip this bacon because when I start to cook this cheese sauce, I'm going to have to keep stirring it until it's ready. So I'm just going to flip this bacon now. That's looking good. That is looking good. I'm going to check the roast potatoes, make sure that, oh wow, oh, you know, they look almost ready. Don't want to overdo it. A little sugar there. Turn the heat down on the roasties. Check the cauliflower. Yeah, that's boiling, that's looking good. That's only going to be 5-6 minutes or so. So I can turn the cauliflower down now to 2. So I had that on high heat. It's boiling now. It's got the lid on it. I can turn that heat right down, save some energy. So this milk is heating up nice. Bacon's cooking. Things are happening. Things are happening in this kitchen right now. This meal is coming together. One reason I love this meal is it's cheap, but it's quick and it's easy to make, which is great. You know? So, and like I said in the first video, if you don't like bacon, you can cook other things with it. You can cook different cuts of meat. You can cook veggie burgers with it. You can add whatever you want to, cauliflower, cheese, and roast potatoes. That is a meal in itself. You know, even if you just had the cauliflower, cheese, and the roasties, you'd have a beautiful meal there. So, okay, so that, yeah, you can see a little bit of steam coming off that milk now. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the milk into the bowl that has the corn flour paste in it, already in it. We're going to stir it. It's getting nice and hot, you can see there. Okay, then we're going to add that back into the pan here. Now this is where the magic takes place. We're going to keep stirring. We're going to put it back on the hob. Hob's still on quite a high heat, number 5. And the crucial bit here is that you keep stirring this sauce whilst it's doing this, because otherwise it's going to get lumpy and it's not going to be very nice. We keep stirring it gently and we wait. This is the bit where we just wait. We've got everything ready. We've got the cheese ready to put into this sauce when it's thickened. We've which it will do. There's a lot of, you can see the steam rising off the cauliflower there. That's really happening. Just checking my levels are all okay. Yeah, my bacon's on 4. Let's maybe turn that down to 3 now. Hey, I'm going to show you a little bit of bacon flipping while stirring the cheese sauce. How cool is that? There we go. Just nice and steady, because obviously it's hot fat. You don't want to get any of that on it, or be careful. Respect the heat, respect the hot fat, folks. It's dangerous stuff, you know. Just treat it with caution at all times. There we go. Oh my. Oh wow. You see that bacon? Now this sauce is just starting to thicken a little bit. You can feel it starting to change a little bit in the pan there. Good. Got a light on. Check that out. There we go. Oh yeah, that's happening. It's happening. It is thickening a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, now it's getting thick. Getting really thick, so I'm going to speed up my stirring a little bit. Might need to put a little bit more milk in, but we'll see once it's boiling now. It's actually bubbling, that sauce. That is ready to put the cheese in. Okay, so we get the cheese, the grated cheese. Put that in. Back on the hob and just keep stirring until all that cheese is melted into your sauce. Oh wow. Oh, this looks good. This is really, 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 really good. That's happened very quickly. So much easier with corn flour, you know. It takes forever when you're doing it with butter and normal flour. That's ready. So we can turn that heat off, turn that hob off. I'm just going to show you the thickness of this. Still a little bit of cheese there melting in, but it's pretty thick. I don't think we need to add any more milk into that. I mean, we could. Maybe a little bit. And that will make the cheese sauce go a little bit further, but you only add just a tiny amount. I don't want to cook. So I don't like a cheese sauce if it's too runny, you know. So I just put a tiny drizzle of milk in there just to loosen it up a bit, because it was quite thick. There we go, right. This meal is now ready to serve, so I'm putting all of the hobs off. Okay. Gonna get the plates. Okay, first we're gonna serve the, just watch that cheese sauce, you know, maybe even take it off the hob for now. Cauliflower still cooking nicely under there, even though I've turned the hob off. We'll leave that on for a few more minutes. Now we're going to dish out the roast potato hooks first. It's gotten quite hot in this kitchen now. There's quite a lot of roast potatoes here actually. I maybe did a bit too much, but that's okay. Okay. That one, can you see this one? Let's see that one a little bit. Tell you what, if I do that. The bacon. Like the bacon nice and crispy, you know, so that it's crispy. Oh, look at that. It does look good. I think that's ready to go. Just sugar all the fat off it. And there's quite a lot of fat in that frying pan. There we go. Right, we're going to drain the cauliflower next. It's been cooking away nicely for a good 10 minutes, so definitely ready. Give the cheese sauce another little stir. This is cool, I love this. The coming together of a meal, you know, very satisfying. Just put that milk back in the fridge. Dish out the cauliflower. So you can see that this is a generous size meal. It's a good sized portion this. Plenty of food here. Fight over that bit. Okay, maybe I could have done a little bit more cauliflower, but that's okay. You can also do broccoli with this. This is nice, you know, if you do like broccoli and cauliflower mixed together, that works. If you don't have any broccoli or cauliflower, you can use peas. Now here we go, folks. This is the cheese sauce, and this goes everywhere on Errol's plate. I like it on the cauliflower. I have a little bit on the potatoes. A little bit more on the potatoes as well. There you go, that's a good amount. I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with the amount of food that I've made there. I think I've got that spot on there for 2 people. So I'm just going to put my cheese sauce pan straight into the sink because it sticks to the pan like hell. You know, and I might even just give that a quick rinse out in a moment. But yeah, there's a nice quick and easy meal. Cauliflower cheese, roast potatoes and bacon. I like to put some pepper on my cheese sauce. Yeah. Looking forward to this. Thanks for watching, everyone.